What's up, Dragon Brood? Gotta have to say happy holidays, or if you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas Eve to you as you're watching this. So we are gonna still have content today. Matter of fact, after you see this video, keep an eye out. I think sometime in the next 2 hours, we'll have a video on how to transition from Standard into Alchemy with a few ideas, and if you should even do it. So be sure to keep an eye out for that one. I think that'd be a good video as well. But for now, we're gonna be talking about Mardu Control. And this is really taking a bunch of lessons that we've learned from the last month or so of playing a bunch of different cards and kind of finding how they fit together into this type of list and still finding a way to be competitive in Standard. So this is going to be an interesting ride with some pretty interesting games. Also, two quick things. One, share some love over at shop.ultrapro.com because, they take care of me. So, do what you can to take care of them. But if you are already subscribed and have hit that notification bell, hit all notifications, check your messages. I have sent out the, instructions, if you will, on how you can participate in the auction. They will be, or not the auction, the giveaway. That will be going on until the evening, right around 9 to 10 p.m. Pacific time on Christmas Eve. And then I will select the winner. So if you didn't check your email, go do that. All right. So nothing real crazy going on with this list. This is just finding ways to make a lot of tokens and creatures and buy time while you're trying to get to your finishers. And then seeing if that works against most decks. So starting at the top, we are playing iTwitch because iTwitch more often than not is going to be letting you go get environmental sciences and be able to search for lands, because that's really the issue, is making sure we hit all of our colors and everything on time. So this is going to let us do that. Kind of the same thing on the Shambling Gas. It's mostly a deterrent to your opponents from attacking, and then give you the opportunity to go find treasure to smooth out the rest of your deck. We have some Vanishing Verses because we do need to have some regular removal, and this is one of the best ones we could play. We're playing 3 copies of that. And then Wedding Announcement. I'm kind of amused by Wedding Announcement because it's finding a way into more and more of my mid-rangey control type decks. And really, this is really on the control side. This isn't really a mid-ranging deck. This is pretty hard nose on the control. But very, very cool card in here. Pumps up all of our tokens because we have a ton of things that make tokens. And this is often going to be kind of opening the door to be our path to victory. We're playing 1 Path of Peril just as an emergency button if we need it against like Monowhite Aggro or something, but it does also let us just go big and destroy all creatures if we need to. 2 Soul Shatter just for the problematic planeswalkers or whatnot. And then this is where we start getting into like the teeth of the deck. So we're playing 2 Felidar Retreat, both for making tokens and for pumping our other existing tokens. We have Sorin the Mirthless, just helps us get more cards, and he gives us lifelink, which is very beneficial here. We did have, and I want to say in the first game, maybe, I think we had Styncia Uprising in the list, and then we made the change to try out Zerial in here because we're making the Devils, and the Devils also sacrifice and deal damage, or die and deal damage. So we'll see how these work out. And then we're playing Edgar, Charmed Groom. You already know the drill if you watch any of my other decks. This card's just really good. It's a big 4/4 body. You also get the benefit of that it is pumping the vampires that Sorin makes, so that's a cool just additional bonus you get out of this. So lots of fun stuff going on there. Then we're playing Cosmos Elixir, and this lets us gain life and potentially draw cards, but sometimes this is the type of card that can get you to those later stages. It doesn't seem much with 2 life, but over several turns, that ends up being 10 life, 12 life, 14 life, right? So even if you're getting hit for 2 to 4 damage a turn, like that's extra turns your opponent really has to come after you, giving you plenty of time to find one of your sweepers or whatnot. Speaking of which, we are playing 3 copies of Doomscar to go along with our Path of Peril from earlier. And then we have 3 Loth Spider Queen alongside 3 Meathook Massacre. And obviously, when you have all these things making tokens, Meathook Massacre takes on a whole bunch of extra value. But really, if you look at it, we've got Wedding Announcement, Felidar Retreat, Sorin the Mirthless, Zerial, Edgar, and Loth all able to make tokens of some variety or another. So hopefully that's enough to get us through all those games. Then lands, we're all over the place here. We're playing 1 Plains, 1 Swamp, 1 Mountain, 4 Bright Climb Pathway, 4 Shattered Sanctum, 2 Blight Step Pathway, 4 Haunted Ridge, 1 Lorehold Campus, 3 Needle Verge Pathway, 3 Sundown Pass, and 1 Field of Ruin. So lots of mana, but it's kind of needed for the type of deck we're playing. We do have multiple cards that let us draw and see extra cards, so that helps our case as well. So we should be able to cover all the bases we need to. But as always, enjoy the games. Check me out on the backside. We'll talk about updates we want to make to this list, and we'll have a card spotlight for you, as usual. This is an easy mulligan. Alright, we'll see what we can do with this. Let's keep it. And let's be brave and get rid of one of these. Alright. Sure, let's put this on black. I mean, I probably could have got away putting it on white and put something else in tapped, but if we wanted to have the ability to use the Vanishing Verse, this is kind of like the best thing here. Alright, let's get rid of this duder. Well, we're not going to do a whole lot here, so we're just going to pass. Don't know if we could really, like, elixir and have that be any good. I got no clue, but I guess we're going to try. I mean, they can sack the eye twitch, I guess, here. Yep. So that just put us to 19. We don't get a card yet. I mean, they can definitely Lolth or whatever they want to do here, unfortunately. Which is a weird spot, because I don't know if now we need to Lolth or if we need to Meat Hook Massacre first, or like how we want to deal with this. Okay. So now we do want to Meat Hook Massacre. I mean, Lolth. So when they play their other thing, we get some extra tokens, some life drain, all that stuff.
Come closer, little thing.
And then we'll go to 19 here and hopefully get to start getting some cards soon. But we'll see. Opponent plays a land, they can go ahead and... I don't think they will, though, here. Maybe. Maybe they'll go ahead and... Nope, there's a blood on the snow. Fair enough. That makes sense. However, we do still have other options, so let's do this. Do we want to minus this or plus this? I think we want to plus. Mostly because we know what's on top. Oh. We lose 2, gain 2? Yeah, I don't see why not. We'll just reveal it. Put it in our hand. I don't really care. The life isn't going to hurt us.
For knowledge, a fair trade.
Do we attack with one of these? Sure. I mean, we could attack with both, but I'm not sure what the gain is. So yeah, I mean, because I don't even think we're really blocking here, right? Like, they attack into Sorin. I should have just attacked with both of them. I don't really care if they attack into Sorin for one here. It's kind of largely irrelevant. Alright, gonna Path of Peril. Seems fine. So this is kind of the downside. They're gonna put us in a situation where we're gonna end up using our Meat Hook Massacre just because. Which is terrible. But is what it is. Yep, so they're gonna use that to get rid of our Sorin. And then they'll eventually play their thing, and then I'll have to Meat Hook Massacre to kill their things, and blah, 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 blah. It's kind of where we are right now. So I'm probably going to just hold on to this wedding announcement until after all the shenanigans go down. Because that seems smart. Yep, and that leaves us enough open to play Vanishing Verse if we want. Alright, so we're at 22. Yep, exhibition. And this is kind of what we knew was coming, so we're going to go ahead and do this for -4. Which will also net us 2 cards here. And yes, I can get rid of their Meathook Massacre whenever, but right now I don't really have a concern about it, so I'm okay just letting things play out the way they are. Yep. I'm wondering if their play is just to have another Blood on the Snow here. But let's find out.
My children drench their hands in the blood of my... I will cull the...
Alright, end the turn. More cards. Ooh, alright, we got an Edgar now. Now we can start doing some things. Alright, now I'll get rid of that. Because now I almost don't care what the opponent does. It's not really of all that much of a concern to us now. Yep, now we can just start going ham playing cards. Oh, I forgot. I should have played this first. Gosh dang it. Oh well. It's neither here nor there. We have life to spend.
Oh yes, I know.
Let's go ahead and attack. We'll play Edgar. We'll play this. We'll play this. Feel free to sweep the board. I don't even care. We got more stuff behind that. Ooh, and a Styncia Uprising. We have tons of permanents, so that's great. That Kaya don't even matter.
Watch business, so stay out of my way. Fighting the undead
All right.
is my specialty.
Give everything a +1. Go ahead and play this. And that should do it. Yep. There you go. Okay, if we go first, what can we do with that? I mean, yeah, I guess we keep it. It's not like the most exciting hand, but it's more than serviceable. Alright, Paladin class. That does not help us. Alright, come on, land. We need a land. A land would be so awesome. Yep, we're going to need lots of lands, as it turns out. Though, I guess when I'm going to do this, I sort of have to do this now, because that's just going to make it cost more. Yeah, alright. She's just going to be annoying for us in the long run anyway. Kind of necessary. Alright, Aspirate. What do we want to do here? I guess we just do this. No attacks. Likely end up just blocking with this so we can go ahead and search for a land. Unless they get rid of our Eye Twitch here. Which they could. I doubt they would, though. That's not the best use of the card. Though they don't know what we're playing yet, either. But yeah, we're definitely blocking. Alright. Let's go get us some goodies. Hopeful Initiate. And that's it. Opponent missed a land there. So, this is an interesting scenario. I think what I want to do is just play this here. And mostly because next turn, we can search for a land, play the land, and then still play the Doomscar. And I like that a little bit better. Because even if they play something that removes our Edgar, we don't really care. You know what I mean? Alright, we're blocking. Because, you know, that's what Edgar's kind of here for. I mean, we'll lose one of our life linkers, but that's okay. Yep, just making sure our mana still worked out fine. We'll go get a land. Oh, I should have got the mountain. I just realized I don't have a second red for whenever I draw the Stincia thing. Yeah, alright. Usher of the Fallen, makes sense. Initiate, makes sense. Let's go with this. We'll play a land, and we'll make a 2/2. Yeah, sure. Do we even want to put them both on one? What if we just do this and take 2? That seems fine. Yep. I'm okay with that. Mostly because we stand to make our creatures just much bigger here. Everything +1. Yep. I was going to say, there's no reason for us to do anything else. Okay, well, we had some trouble logging in, but it looks like it's just putting us right into a game, and I didn't even get to choose on whether to keep this mulligan, so here we go. Actually, I probably should have put the black land down first. That was a mistake. Because it was possible we could draw, like, Vanishing Verse here. Okay, we didn't. Never punished, I guess. Looks like, for now, until we find more mana, we're just going to be on back-to-back wedding announcements here. Which may not do us any good. Might just be hoping to draw a Doomscar off the top here. We're going to go with this, because this at least makes a blocker. I would like to draw a land to iTwitch plus Wedding Invitation, or Wedding Announcement next turn. Thalia is not going to even make that a possibility for us. Yeah, no blocks. We'll just take that one. We can prevent more damage next turn. Do we do this, though? I mean, we definitely want double black. But the question is, do I play a Wedding Announcement or do I play the iTwitch? Because we're going to need more mana either way, but I think we go with Wedding Announcement here. I think this is correct. Could be a little deterrent from the opponent attacking with multiple things here as well. Maybe not. Okay, then. Is what it is. I guess the best thing we could do here is, nah, Meat Hook for 1 wouldn't even do anything. We'd have to block here. And just take 8. I mean, it's living dangerously, but I think it's correct. Okay, so what do we do from here? We could do this, and that's guaranteed 2 life. I think, though, if we do Sorin, we at least get a 2/3. These will each make 1. So we, even if they have something that exiles a creature, we don't get caught in a bad spot here.
Consider yourself fortunate.
And this also creates a situation where, ultimately, if we were to get a Meat Hook for 2, that's still very successful here. Yep. If the opponent attacks with Adversary, we're definitely going to double block an Adversary, let me tell you. Ooh. Ooh. They're going to give us that? Ooh, how do we feel about this? Man, getting to kill Thalia here could be big money, though. Because I was thinking if we double block Thalia. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I think it's double block adversary. Block here. I think is the play. Because we're not that worried about just protecting Sorin. That doesn't do anything.
Without me, we're all doomed.
And if we were at higher life, I would have been keen on double blocking Thalia there, but where we're at just doesn't do it. And I think we just died to too much here. We'll make 2 blockers. We're only at 5. Like, yeah, there's too many ways we die. It's unfortunate. I mean, Thalia definitely ate our lunch here. I mean, we're kind of just hoping that they're... But, I mean, if they exile anything... Yeah, that also kills us. Alright, we're dead. Ooh, boy. This is very, very slow. But I'm going to keep it and just see what happens. I'm willing to take that gamble. Alright, that helps. Not completely sure what we're going to do with it just yet, but it helps. Yep, Wolf is no good for us. As expected. Meat Hook for 1 probably isn't great when we could potentially Meat Hook for 2 next turn. Now I need something to spot kill a wolf. And we failed. Alright, well, tis what it is. Opponent's gonna end up with 1 billion cards this game. Not much we can do about it. Yep, makes sense. Expected nothing less. Yeppers peppers. Okay. We will go ahead and Meat Hook for 3 now. Which, okay, I was going to say, they could have had a Snakeskin Veil or something, and that would have helped. Or helped them. Ooh, Oddity. Good call. Good call. Alright. What do we want to do here? Opponent's got 6 mana, 5 mana? Alright. I think we can justify this. Maybe. Yeah. Let's make a 2/2 here. It's going to be a little bit dicey. But we do at least get to gain 1 here. And then we should be getting Edgar back next turn. Plus we get to play Lolth, put counters on everything. So we'll see what's up. I mean, it's going to be very, very close here. We know this doesn't stop enough, but this at least gains us a point that matters. Though, maybe I should just take in the extra 1 and know that it's going to get a bigger bonus here. Yeah, that was probably a mistake. I could have gained more life here. And, I guess, prevented more damage.
I'm hungry. I will get
Give everything a +1. Yeah, because the extra lifelink here would have been pretty sick. If we attack, that takes 7 to flip. If they turn that into an 8/8, we'd be able to block and stay alive? Alright, sure. Alright, let's see what happens. I mean, if they have it, we could still die here. Though if they tap for anything that's not flipping the Oddity, we're kinda okay. Though flipping the Oddity is smart because it gives everything a bonus and trample. So yeah, I would do that anyway if I were them. That's definitely the smart move. Oh, just that? Really? Yeah, I think you... Yeah, exactly. Send everything at me or just don't at all. Like, that's the answer. Yeah, that makes way more sense. Alright, so we're going to go here. That's overkill, though. That's 11. Hold on a second. So if I block here, here, and here, that's still 10 on the back end. I'm just trying to figure out, like, if there's any convenient way. There's really not. I think we just do this. And then block here. Then we drain the opponent for a bunch. Actually, wait a minute. Do we kill the opponent if 2 things live? And then we lose 1, 2, 3. Opponent goes to 8. This is 5. I don't think we could die from... Yeah, we're going to gain life. So yeah, I think this is the block. Because 2 things will live here. And that allows us to, after draining the opponent, we give everything +1 from the Felidar retreat, and then we get a win. And we gain life from 2 of their creatures dying. So yeah, we're fine here.
Aren't I generous?
Well, and that's just bonus action. Give everything +1. Yep, there we go. Okay, we get to go first with this. Sure. Don't know how this is really going to work out, but hey, I'm willing to find out. But I'm guessing it's going to be turn 2 gas, turn 3 wedding announcement, and then we'll figure it out from there. And can we survive a Delver is going to be the first question. Well, the Delver didn't flip, so that's bonus. Which means the opponent's likely not attacking. Oh, that's funny. I have a deck that's actually very much like that, but I didn't put the white in there. I mean, the Delver in there. I guess we need double black. I'm trying to think what happens if I try to get by with the wedding announcement here. As opposed to just saving for the Vanishing Verse. But that might be right. I mean, because thing is, if we just do this for you know what? I'm just going to -1 now. And we'll just take our treasure, and we just have more options next turn. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and attack. They're not going to block. We'll get a point in here. And if they block, I'd be stunned. Not that it changes what I'm going to do. I'd just be really surprised by it all. I mean, this is just the best play, honestly. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so they get to keep their creature. They put that on the bottom. Alright, we get some treasure. I mean, I was gambling on them not having anything. Turns out they had it, so nothing we can do about that. Okay. Still not bad for us here. We get to exile this dude now. And then go ahead and play this to get a blocker. Alright. That probably flips, right? Finally, they flipped it. Alright. Oh, with a Fading Hope. That's really bad for us. That lets them bounce tokens. That's not good. But it looks like that might be their only spell. Interesting. Alright. Is that a counter? Nope. No attacks. So the good news is we're only really worried about the Aberration right now, which means they probably have defensive spells if they're not doing anything else here. Which is kind of peculiar. Though, let's see if this gets countered. Because having the spiders is going to be more important. Okay. Give everything +1. And we'll attack with some vigilant things. Yep, bounce Edgar makes sense. Okay. Drake, nice. Alright, this is where we're gonna hope we played this correctly and get away with this. We did. Alright.
You reek with... Aren't I the generous one?
I mean, we might as well attack. We're at 11. They have one card. Yeah, sure. Okay, I don't know what that last card is, but here we are. Oh, just another Drake. That's fine. Yeah, now we're going to have all kinds of stuff. So now the opponent's in trouble. Go ahead and see what we have on top. Alright, a land. Great. So that allows us to do this. Minus.
Violence is necessary.
Play this.
To set things right. You will
Get another white mana. Put a +1 on everything. Attack. And this is where it starts to get bad for the opponent. Yeah, because I have to double block the spiders. Yeah, I don't think we can lose to the Magecraft deck from here. Even if they have a sweeper, we just make more blockers or more creatures the next turn. That'll do. Alright, let's see what we can do with this. This gun I'm going to play tapped anyway, so let's go ahead and play that. Alright. Obviously, we're up against some vampire-y stuff. But what is the vampire-y stuff trying to do? Well, I don't know what they're up to, but we're going to go ahead and try to do some things of our own. If they're going to be passive, we're going to take advantage of it. Man, I have to admit, Tybalt makes for kind of a cool avatar, doesn't he? Alright, don't mind that, but since we're against an aggro deck, I want to just get this down early. No attacks. We'll get a token, get some life. This will start letting us draw some cards here. We've got 2 removal cards. Hopefully, we'll have a mana for an additional removal, or just straight up Doomscar if we have to. Enrica's going to be a little bit annoying, but we do have a way to get rid of her with Soul Shatter. Each of us sacrifices a creature. Sure. And we'll give a -1. I mean, that was like the best case scenario for us. They just did our work for us. Question is, do we want to use this? I don't know if they're playing Planeswalkers or not. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and use this anyway. I feel like it's mostly safe here. Do we want to draw a card or get a creature here? Because we're going to get a free card anyway on this turn. I guess we just attack. I don't think they're going to haste us for 4 unless they play a dragon or something. Okay. I mean, argument to be made that if I don't attack, I make another 1/1, and then I'm going to make a bigger team of things and get more damage over a couple turns. But we don't really know what the opponent's up to yet. We did find plenty of land, though. So that solves that problem. So if the opponent doesn't do anything... Okay, a Meat Hook. That's fair. I guess that sets up what we need to do here. Before we start making all of our tokens. And we'll just go ahead and foretell that. Excellent. Gatekeeper. Alright. What are you gonna choose? Instance. Great. I want to play some enchantments. And sorceries, I suppose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need one more, huh? Alright, so just go ahead and do this. Just keep the opponent off things for now. Excellent. That's perfect. So now we conveniently can spend 7 mana next turn. Soren's little duder is going to be annoying, but we can live with that. Oh, they're not even going to try to get duders in play. I'm going to plus it first. Okay, then. Let's play this. Let's get a 2/2. Play this. Get a duder. Get some cards. Alright. We're kind of assembling our Rube Goldberg machine here. Trying to make some things happen. Now, it is possible we still will want to Doomscar. I mean, being honest, like, that's a very real thing that we might consider here.
You fight for me now.
But, we'll see. Ugh, that is not what we wanted at all. So now we definitely want to attack and take the cards here because that sucks. So I've got 2, 4, 6. We can make 7 toughness worth of things. So that's probably correct. And we'll just send these both into Sorin and encourage some blocks from the opponent. So as much as I would like to have an additional body here... Oh, guess this means they have another Sorin. Usually what that tells us. So here, I'm tempted to just go ahead and sweep the board. Knowing we're going to get 2 cards. Yeah. No need to give them a free card or anything else from like Sorin and whatnot happening. Wow, we have drawn so much land. All these extra cards. And just like, wow. Jeez. Okay, well. Gonna have to make do with what we got, I guess. This is highly unfortunate. Null Priest. Alright, bring him back. Probably Nighthawk Scavenger, if I were guessing. We've used 2 of our sweepers. We have 4 more left in the deck still. And we still have some spot removal cards and whatever. Oh, Henrika, I forgot she was in there. Yeah. Well, then there's that. We'll go ahead and play one of these. Producing a 2/2. In the turn, we'll get a card and a token. And our duders are now bigger. Alright. We can also kill Enrika as necessary here. Or if they have a Sorin, we can kill the Sorin. Oh, well, we definitely don't want to allow that. That's no good for us. Okay. Now, if they put that on the Null Priest, we'll just double block a Null Priest. That's fine. Ooh, Embersturm Predator. Well, we couldn't really get rid of that easily anyway. We need a meat hook for that. But we can keep making bodies big enough that we can make the opponent highly uncomfortable with blocking. So, +1 error body. And they can block and trade and kill something, and that's okay. We will take that exchange. Okay. Because, I mean, from here out, the opponent's basically going to be on blocking duty and or sacrificing, whatever. Actually, that's not true. Because they do have the ability to play the Angel Fire Ignition, and that would be pretty big for them. All right, Sorin gets us a flying blocker, so that's something. We finally drew another big sticky card here, if you want to call it that. All right, so this actually isn't bad for the opponent. If they play that and they hit us for... Okay, they're not going to... Unless they have a land in hand. Which, you know, who knows? They might.
Out of my way. I have a way to stop. You can deal with my servant.
I mean, they put us at 17. We don't get to draw a card, but then they also make themselves susceptible to a lot of damage, which they may not like. Come on, deck. Let's find some removal. Actually, a Meat Hook Masker is solid here, if we can find that. Because then we can just Meat Hook for 5, or even for 4, actually. Because then when the Shambling Gas dies, we can still -1 the Predator. And then send Edgar into... Oh, well, that's not even going to get to be a thing, is it? Target vampire you control deals damage equal to his power to another target creature. Yep, that works. Those are words that matter. All right, let's draw something good. We do have a lore hold, though. Let's take a look. Ooh, how do we feel about that? And do we just want to draw it? I really don't know how I feel about that. That's really interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4 to still play the Sorin. I feel like I want to take this just as an insurance policy. I was trying to set the stop. I should have done that beforehand. Oh well. Then let's go ahead. How do I want to do this? Do I send both into Sorin? And they don't get to gain life if they do that. So if we're going to do it, let's do this. So we can put a counter on the 2/3 that we make. That's really what this is about. Now the opponent can still put counters on their Predator. Predator can attack through our token or whatever, but like, if they do, they do. It is also a vampire, so it gets bigger because of Edgar as well. Put this on black, I suppose. +1 everything. And do we just send Edgar by itself and just not give up the Shambling Gas? Is that really the play here? Because that might be correct. And just say, you know what? We attack Sorin and do nothing else. Because if we attack here, they double block, sack, blah, blah, blah. Like, so that's probably the right play. And then this way, they just gain the 2. All right, cool. They're not putting an extra counter on their Predator this turn, then. Okay, that's actually works out okay for us, believe it or not. And I'm actually not gonna play the, or foretell the Doomscar. I'm actually just gonna wait and scry instead. I think that's more powerful for us right now. And currently, the opponent can... Oh, well, now they're going to be able to sacrifice things. So that's pretty powerful, actually. Because I was thinking I'll be able to block with the 6/7, but now they'll have things they can sacrifice, which makes us sad. Ooh, Adrana's pretty good, though. Though there's nothing great to get back, I guess. Nighthawk Scavenger? That's cool, I suppose. Let's go Lorehold Command. Ooh. That's interesting as a backup play. Alright, I'll draw that. We know that we're leaving that on top. How does this gonna work out for us? Probably doesn't. So no attacks. +1. We'll reveal that. We'll take that. I'm into it.
Blood for knowledge. A fair trade.
We'll play a land. Put this on white. Give everybody +1/+1. What do we want to attack with here? Because that is a real question. So I think... Oh, we already skipped it. I forgot. We already went past that. Yeah, I should have done that turn in different order. Like, realizing what was on top of our library, I could have attacked, put our Edgar at risk, played another Edgar, and it would have been totally fine. Which is what I should have considered, but I didn't.
Nothing on Innistrad is free.
Yeah, sure. You got it, opponent. And you get something back here. I don't know what it is that you're going to want, but we let you have a thing. Do we even care what thing is? Not really. I mean, you get Cemetery Gatekeeper, I guess. Doesn't really do anything here. This is one of the reasons I don't like Drana, actually. Everybody keeps telling me that you should put Drana in your deck, but like, stuff like this happens where you're like, all right, your opponent gets to pick what you have. Like, great. Didn't really do anything. Sure. Black, will this gain a big chunk of life? So yeah, I'm not 100% sure what they were hoping to achieve there. Now I'm in the situation I'm really debating what we do with... I was really looking for something to let us get rid of this Immersturm Predator. Would have been the plan first before we try to move forward, but doesn't look like that's a thing right now. Sure. It's super disappointing.
Blood for knowledge.
I also missed a scry there last turn, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, this is a little bit tough because I can sweep the board. They end up with an Immersturm Predator. We go get whatever we want from the Eye Twitch. We could still play Edgar. But we know the opponent also doesn't have anything in hand. So there's that. Yeah, I just don't think we really do it. We have the advantage whenever we're ready to move forward. So I just can't justify doing anything until maybe we have like a Lolth or whatever here. And we just don't have to be in a hurry. I mean, that's kind of where we're at. I hate dragging the game out, but we really just don't need to do anything here. Yeah, we're eventually going to be big enough. We just have big enough creatures, even if we keep on this path. So, we could just Edgar, so we can start getting other vampires, but that seems silly. So yeah, let's just pass. And we're now at 28, so it's gonna be even harder for us to not get to draw cards. But my goodness, what? Like, come on, deck. You're breaking my heart here. All right. I mean, opponent has all the life in the world, so I mean, yeah, keep doing what you're doing. There's another Edgar, so that's gonna get annoying. Sure. And an Olivia. Exciting. But again, I don't even know what Olivia gets back here that we care too much. I mean, a Nighthawk? Like, I don't know. I mean, all of our creatures are big, so whatever. I mean, they can send everything at Sorin and finally kill our Sorin off, I guess. But then they would be open to potentially dying next turn, so I don't think they want to do that. Alright, let's scry. Actually, let's see what's there. Come on now. Oh, gosh. Really? Man, this is getting pretty brutal. I feel like we've seen almost all of our land so far. Wow, really? Come on, deck. Oh, gosh. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Come on now. Come on. You know what? Having a backup Sorin is not the worst thing. So sure, why not? We'll take it.
My ways are not for the weak.
We're gonna +1 everything. Because now we're also at the point that if we just get rid of 1 or 2 flyers, like, okay, now we have lethal just attacking. So it's like, what do you even want to do here? So I think this is going to be our working plan here, right? We're going to go ahead and let this turn go. I'm not going to attack. I'm going to plan on sweeping the board next turn. Using Sorin to make a 2-3. Using the other Sorin to make a 2-3. Playing the Edgar and an eye twitch. So we have plenty of blockers at that point and can try to finish the game. That's going to be our working plan. We will see what the hell happens. But this is... oh my goodness. Alright, that dealt some damage. Because then it'll just be all of our things versus an Immersturm Predator and whatever the 1 counter token is they make from Sorin, and that would be it. And we should be able to push through after that. Plus our Eye Twitch goes and gets a Mascot Exhibition. So, like, we have a little bit of everything going on at that point. Yep, sure. Well, we don't get to make extra tokens from Sorin. But that's fine too. Feel free to attack us, opponent. Okay, I guess the opponent finally saw the writing on the wall. And they figured there's no other way they can win here. Alright. We'll give you, I don't know, I guess this thing? It's the only one that doesn't really matter, sure. Oh, it's because we already dealt damage. That was actually a mistake. Gave him the wrong one. That's okay, though. Doesn't really matter all that much. We'll just stop the biggest chunks of damage we can stop, I suppose. This is another 6 on the ground. We can block, what is that, 9? We just trade there. And block. Sorin's just going to die, so we're not going to worry about the Sorin situation. Is this how we want to block? We take, what, 8, 13... and 6 is 19? Is that it? And then we're left with... this, and this. And the opponent's at 14. I think I did that correctly. Sure, let's block. We're going to gain 9 life anyway. So, we're fine.
Darkness, I return.
Opponent's at 20. For the love of God, can we find a way to draw a removal spell? Come on, deck. You, really? Come on. Oh, wow. Wow. That's all I can say. It's just wow. I don't even know. Okay, well, that leaves us 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus we get to play land. So we have 10 mana. So we can go Sorin, Edgar, Eye Twitch, Shambling Gas. Sure. Why not? Attack the opponent down as much as we can here. We'll ignore their Edgar or their Sorin for the time being. Yep. Okay. And then we'll get treasure from those, actually. So we do have actually even more mana than we need. Alright. Get treasure. Get treasure. And we'll go ahead and play Sorin. Should be able to still play Edgar. Actually, do we want to play a flyer here? No, that's fine. If the opponent gets us, they gets us. I'm willing to accept that. We're gonna gain 2 more life anyway. And we get to play this.
You fight for me now.
Give everything. Actually, opponent's only at 7. Let's make another 2/2, and then make this. I probably could have swept the board way before, but I was just like trying to set up something where we could just win. But the opponent just no chill, not giving us any opportunities. All right, hungry for more. That's fine. We can block the little token that they make or whatever. We're not that worried about it. Double hungry for more? Sure. Trample, lifelink case. Well, the opponent will get life off of that, so that's a real thing. As annoying as that is. Those aren't really going to do much. And we get to gain 5 from our flyer anyway. So let's block here, let's block here, let's block here. And yeah, seems good. Opponent's going to gain all their life. We go ahead and get a Necrotic Fume so we can get rid of the Predator. Resolve. We draw. Field of Ruin. I guess that's a thing. Alright. Let's just do this. If we get rid of that, do we just win? 6, 11. It doesn't even matter. We have the land. Just give everything +1. Yeah, any combination of those is 11 anyway. Let's just get rid of the Predator to make sure. Yep. Ugh, terrible, terrible played long game. Alright, so after all that, I think it's actually pretty good and playable if you want to go down this road. One of the things I would say though is Zerial is just okay. Not excited about it. So if there's any things you want to play in that slot, feel free. I do think it's useful, but it's not the end all be all in that slot. And then if you want to swap, well, I'm going to for sure in the final list swap out Lorehold Campus for Silverquill Campus. I'm not sure why I thought the Lorehold Campus would be the right one, but Silverquill Campus is definitely what we want. And other than that, I'm not sure there's really much more I would change about the list. It actually was fine. Had some really long games, so that's the one thing I would say. You have to be prepared to play long games of Magic if you want to play this deck. But otherwise, if you are, this is a fun one, and it plays different than the other control decks that are around right now, so you should probably be able to appreciate that and enjoy your entertainment. Now, for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Martial Coup. Mostly because I was thinking about sweepers I would like to have in this deck. Martial Coup would have been freaking great. Mostly because you can pay X, make X tokens, but then if X is 5 or more, you destroy all other creatures. So you get tokens, your opponents get nothing, and then you can be off to the races. That would be perfect in here. Which is funny because this card didn't see a whole lot of play during its standard action. I think maybe during originally like Block Constructed, you saw a couple of decks playing it, but not a lot. And that was really it. But this card's been reprinted a bunch. I believe it was in a Commander deck and even one of the from the vaults. I can't remember which one. But yeah, you can find these around probably for like 50 cents to $1. They're not super pricey, but they are good kind of emergency cards you can have, especially if you want to put it in your 99 for Commander. Now don't forget, if you want today's deck list, you can find it in the description down below, along with links to our Facebook gaming page, our Twitch streams, and our Discord. If you want to come by, ask questions, talk about things, come talk about how much you love me, whatever. We're doing lots of fun community discussions in there always. And if you haven't, please consider joining the channel. It's a good way for you to have input on what we're showing, what we're doing, and maybe even get your own stuff featured here as well. And finally, even if you don't do that, please remember to like, subscribe, share, all that wonderful stuff, and be sure to hit all notifications on the notification bell to make sure you don't miss out on anything. Another reminder, we do have a video for transitioning from Standard to Alchemy coming up later today. Also, if you haven't checked your messages, go do so you don't miss out on the giveaway. Those will be announced in the next 24 hours. Anyway, that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.